Good afternoon. Today is the 21st of September and here we are for our annual visit to the Concorde Classics Car Show in Eastleigh. I actually walked here today, viewers, which is a nice way to say that I protected the environment by my travel decisions. So I do apologise in advance if I get things wrong, if I fall over, if there's interruptions by announcements. Announcements of the show is actually some of the worst any show I've ever been to. It's constantly talking, which means I have to keep pausing, which is very annoying. But never mind, we're going to get on with it whilst we've got a break. And we'll see how we go. So we'll start off with the far section here with these two minis. Very nice 1983. It's a Mini City E and it's unrestored with 32,000 miles. I don't know if these are the original wheels, to be honest. They look a little bit large to me. Interior though, very good. Houndstooth fabric, very similar to the old low spec Metros actually as well. I imagine the rims are on here. Yeah, they're probably saying the tyres are a bit easy to get hold of because the tyres for minis are very small back in the day. There you go, there's the original invoice fare from Man Edgerton. Superb, I like that kind of thing, viewers. Cinnabar Red is the name of that colour. Nice pair here as well with this later mini. This is the Sprite, this is a Mark 6. I think this is a 1995. You can kind of tell that in a way because this, not only have you got the 94 it is, 94. We've got the pre-1995 area code on this original plate from Raoul's Garage in Chandler's Ford, which is just out of road from here actually. It's probably maybe a couple of miles. It doesn't exist anymore, of course. But yeah, this is again a car it's been in the same family for a very long time, this car. Wheel trim's original and everything like that. A little bit of repairs, but really not much going on. Mileage I think is insane as well. This car happens to be at the show virtually every single year I come, and I like seeing it. I like seeing the original dealer plates and things like that. The sticker's a little bit later, I think, actually. Probably dates the time when the second owner got it, because it's got a post 1995 area code on the sticker, but the plate on the back does have the original code for Southampton, which was 0703 for many years. So we've got this Mazda RX-7. This is beautiful. I really like this. I'm not sure I've seen this here before, actually. Quite late for this generation. It's an FC, so 84, 85 on a B, with rear wiper. This is the sort of thing I absolutely love to drive, a kind of car like this. I love 80 Japanese cars, obviously I own one, so I'm very into them. It's an 85, and it's got a Jan-speed exhaust on it. Very nice. Next we've got obviously a T2 Volkswagen from 1979 that's supercharged. Goodness me, we've got a bit of Groove Jet by Spiller. My gosh, I'm old, aren't I? I remember this came out. Then we've got the first of many MGBs, I'm sure. We've got MGBs and Morris Minors like at any show. This particular one is in 1971. Bonus had it for a long time. 1996 he's owned it. It's a brand new heritage body shell, which you could get in the 90s, so it was just which is not a problem. Then we got a Morris Minor. I can't remember what the name of this colour is. It's very common on the sort of later one. This is a 1968 two-door. I've driven a couple of these. One was a Trafalgar Blue from 69, which was very similar to the bottom of the colour. It wasn't as nearly as nice as this though. Brakes are a bit scary on these because they're unassisted all-round drums, and the gearbox has no synchromesh on first, so they're not nearly as easy to drive as you'd imagine. The brakes are terrible. A lot of people fit different brakes to minors these days. Oh, this is nice. Look at this. Ooh, viewers. Oh, I like this. It's a 1980 Saab 99 Turbo. This is a very rare car. Ooh, viewers. We like this very, very much indeed. It's quite a late one. The 900 is actually out by this sort of time. It says 1980, but that's a 1980, 182 plate. So I don't know what's going on with that, to be honest. I'm not sure. There could be some other reason, but it says a 1980. I'm going to go with what the owner says, although the plate doesn't quite match. Where's the headlamp wiper action? Oh well. More Morris Minors. This is a the 59. Sorry, 59. Yeah, the would make more sense. I'm not sure the Tourer was in production by 69. So it has the wipers that meet in the middle, the clappan wipers, and the older steering wheel. This will be a 948, unless the engine's been changed. It might have been. The original Tourers. Oh, hello. The original Tourers are actually pretty rare these days. They're very, very valuable as well. Very nice. Yeah, you hire for a wedding day, but it's going to be where the brakes and the gearbox might not be up to modern standards. Mark 1 Golf with a VR6 turbo conversion. Excellent. I bet that flies. These things do not weigh anything, so you put a VR6 in it, it'll be very, very quick. Wow. This is an 83. It was interesting, 83. So look at the back. Yeah, it is an 83. It's got the facelift really, like facelift. I think curves of about 1980. I think on these, about 1980. It's very, very clean. A lot of the chrome and stuff on here, I think, is off a pre-facelift car to make it look a little bit older. Lots of extra gauges and things like that. That is probably quite an expensive build, I'd imagine. Right, let's go down here. We must make some progress before the announcements come back. Oh, Marcos. Very nice views. Very nice. Dark green. It's a Mantara. Is that a biscuit? No, it's a biscuit interior rather than a beige one. Otherwise I'd get too excited. They're quite low, these, aren't they? They're very low off the ground. I think I struggle to get in and out of there, to be honest. This is 1996, this one. 3.9 V8 Rover engine. Probably very quick, but yeah, not exactly my kind of thing. I'll try one if I can get in and out of it, but probably wouldn't own one, something like that. And we got some Volkswagens, like old Volkswagens. Excellent. Say 67, this one. Very rare factory sunroof model. Indeed. Suspension lowered, yes. And then this is a 63. I think a lot of the Herbie models were 63, or supposed to be 63. There's tons of them used, of course, in all the films, but I think it was supposed to be a 63. This one isn't a sunroof one. The Herbie ones are sunroof cars. This one was bought in 1963, and it was used in South Africa and East Africa. It's probably why it survived that long, actually, because the climate's a bit kinder in something like South Africa most of the time to opposed to here. They like their Volkswagens in South Africa. Excellent views. We've got some quite a Toyota BB, and we've got a Nissan Cube. These weren't sold over here. They were sold as a Scion of the first generation, as far as I remember. These in America. Yeah, it's a Toyota BB from 2001. We've got some body kit on here. I have not seen one of these for a while, actually. The Cubes were officially sold over here for one or two generations, but these never were. Similar sort of philosophy for both of them. Oh, hello. Gosh, turn that on, that bear's definitely going deaf, isn't he?
Just under 5 minutes before we start the NASCAR up. Now that
right, viewers, have to take a break now.
Very loud.
Right, viewers, we've got a couple of minutes before they start commenting again. Nissan Cube in 2004. Now, this is before they sold these officially over here. They did sell them, I think, of the next generation. I remember having a funny little accessory that you could get. It was a little sort of, like a bathroom mat type thing that went on the dash. I don't think we got a bath mat on this one. I love the design of this, the fact that they persisted for all this time. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Then we've got this Alpha GT, which has the 2-litre JTS in it. Quite an early one, actually. They came out, I think, about 2004. Just a 5-speed manual. I imagine this one, the sills are good, but the biggest problem with these is the sills. If the sills go, you've got problems. Beautiful car, though. I recently drove the Brera, and I like to try one of these as well, to be honest. That one looks really nice. Also really nice is this Nissan 300C. I never were Datsuns. They came in, I think, 84 these. They're very, very rare cars in this country, 300Cs. I did film one a while ago, but I never got to drive it, which is a big shame. We're talking like, I think, less than 10 of these on the road or something. They're very, very rare. This one's really nice. I've only ever seen these really in black or silver. This one's a black one, and it is really, really nice. That's the sort of thing that we like very much here. Is maybe I'm a bit biased because I'm in the Datsun UK owners group on Facebook. and you know, that's for pre-1995 Nissan and Datsun, so because I own one myself, so maybe I'm a bit biased, but I like it very much. I also like this RX-8, it's an early RX-8, this one, 2003, I think they came out the previous year. By the way, that is a NASCAR revving up in the background, viewers, and there's not a lot we can do about that, unfortunately. So we've got to keep going. Funny back doors on it. I drove one of these a long time ago. It was a 2009 R3 model, and it was quick. These are actually not that expensive to buy if you don't want one that's in great condition. This is in very nice condition, so it's a bit more than what you think it is. But yeah, we like those. I like those quite a lot. Next, we've got something I'm very excited about, viewers, indeed. We've got a couple of Dolomite Sprints. This is a very late one, 1980 to 81 registration, so right at the end. This particular one, in beautiful colour. Obviously, I'm a massive fan of professionals, and the first series, Lewis Collins drove a white one of these. It was a 77, I think it was, from memory. This is an earlier car. This one is a 77. The Dolly Sprints are worth a lot of money now, actually, proper ones. There's loads of ones that look like Dolly Sprints, anything from 1.3s to 1850s, but those are two real ones, and I am absolutely enamoured with those. I'm also quite fond of this, to be honest, this Humber Scepter from 1963. I think it's a really beautiful design. It's based on the Hillman Super Minx. I drove one of those actually last year, Super Minx. But the Humber's had a few more features in them that will make it a little bit easier to drive. Oh gosh, these announcements are so annoying. They're really long as well. I'm either going to get round it or I have to stop with announcements. Oh, anyway, right, Mark II Cortina. It's got a interesting, I think it's a fuel tank in there. Batteries in the boot. What earth is it from? Ironically, this is a four-door. Don't see too many modified four-door Mark II Cortinas. My gosh, viewers. Yeah. It's going to be a bit faster than the original engine, isn't it, in there? My gosh. See some classic Fords, more classic Fords. Why have we got all Fords and then an Austin 7 in the middle? Anyway, I've seen this before, this Mark II Escort RS 2000. Very, very nice viewers. Facelifted 1/79. Got the oval badge on the front, so it had a facelift one. Oh, it's really nice viewers, like it's really nice. Obviously the one used in the professionals, which was a 78 car, was a 77 in the professionals. This is a 79, it's a bit later, it's a different colour, but very similar. These were probably like reasonably affordable cars when they were new, but now, no. I mean, this is going up in value as I'm walking around it, of course. Wow, silence. Okay, right, we'll have a look at this Capri. This is a very interesting car, actually. It's a 1986 2.8 injection special, which is interesting in itself. This is the last year of Capri production. But this car was owned by the owner's father until 2023, when he sadly passed away. Now, she's a young lady, maybe early 20s, I think. But she's got one of these, and that is, gives me a serious amount of respect for having a car like this at however young she is. And it's in beautiful condition, probably originally Ford press car or something, or fleet car with the 00 registration. And it's in really nice condition. It's good to see her sort of honouring her father's legacy. I think he owned it in 1992. And another 2.8 injection, I think also a special. Look at the interior, this one's a bit earlier. Is this actually for sale? Oh, it is. It's an 84, £17,000. Call 07879 882 439, as Mr. Bill from the Fuel Power channel says this could be yours. I do like Capri. I drove a 2.8 injection in 2020 and it was great. The brakes weren't very good, and the tail was a bit waggly, but that's just the fun of it, isn't it? And then we got more classic Fords here, a 1974 Mark I Mexico. We like this, viewers, and we have seen this, I think, before. It's very, very nice, this. I absolutely love this car. Again, very, very, very expensive, but absolutely brilliant. We keep seeing this at Lockheath, don't we? Very late Mark 1, of course, replaced by a Mark 2 in 1975. Then a Mark 1 Capri. Now this is a real rarity. A beautiful car. 1771 registration on a J. It's a 3000 GT as well, with the louvers. I mean, what would you want more in life than that? Apart from the camera, it doesn't do rubbish autofocus. Ford Zephyr Mark II, very nice. Does it say actually what year this is? Is it a low line or a high line one? It's a 59. That does look incredibly late 50s, with that sort of thing on the windscreen there as well, and the little hooded headlamps. Brilliant. Let's go this way, Anglia. It's a 105E Anglia. Very basic inside, aren't they? There's not much to them at all. Be about 1961, something like that. Next we've got this big old Vauxhall here. This is a Cresta. Get a Velox as well at the time if you wanted. This is a PB from 1963, owned since 1989. It's a long, long time. Big old solid American inspired engineering. I think it was a 3.3 litre, these ones. No, sorry, this is the earlier one. 3.3 is a bit later. I'll just check actually on here, because the information sheet should tell me something like that. Oh no, it's a Rover V8. It's actually been modified. And it's got a Capri red axle, so it's got a few upgrades on it. And another Mark 1 Escort, another sporty one, RS2000, 1974 this one is. So it's near the end actually. Again in fabulous condition and going up in value as they're walking around. Next we've got a very nice Mark II Escort van. The Mark II Escort van was just basically a Mark II front end on the back of a Mark 1. You can see the door handles are the same as Mark 1. This one I think has had some modifications. There's a 2-litre Pinto in here, which would be a nice modification for one of these. I bet that's very fast now, viewers. Fast parts delivery when you need your spares in very quick fashion. Next we've got the Chevy 3100 pickup truck. I think there's 2 of them here actually. It's not my sort of thing really, viewers, but we appreciate that. It's a 57 Chevy. And this one is got a huge Ford rating. Sorry, it's not a Chevy. This is a Ford F100 from 1954. Read the information sheet before engaging mouth. That's probably what I should do, viewers. Unfortunately, that's not what always happens. This Saab 93 has been in replacement at the last minute for an E30 BMW that I often see here. Unfortunately, it seems to be broken due to a bent flywheel. Never mind, viewers. Actually, I quite like these anyway, so that's fine. More MGB action. 1965 this one is, which was originally sold in left-hand drive, and it's imported back here in 71. Obviously it's been converted back. Oh my gosh, here's these announcements non-stop. Anyway, 1986-87 BMW 325i, just before the facelift on the E30. I do like one of these cars. I drove a 1984 one of these, but it was to Mr. Charles from Grand Theft Auto Channel, 320i manual last year, and it was really good. Number 325i here. A little bit earlier, so 85, 86 on the C. Actually, there's even more of these here. There's actually 3 of them here. And there was going to be a 4th one before it broke. Nice Healy 104 BN1. Many years ago, I helped someone sell one of these actually on eBay. It was about 20 years ago it was now. Very nice. And another 325i, but this is a special one. We've seen this before here. Not only have we got the mobile phone in there, which is actually a bit later than the car, but this is a 325i Sportec 2, manufactured in 1988. It looks a bit different actually. It's very nice. It's obviously a facelift one, unlike those 2 pre-facelift ones. And then we've got a very late, what do they call this? Is it a T-Type 25? There we go. 1990, one of the last ones. With the different headlamps from these earlier ones. And some Porsche 911 Fuchs alloy wheels as well. Excellent. So, next row, a very, very nice Wolseley 1885, but I think we last saw it at Fareham, the Bygone Fareham event. This is a 71, it was originally sold in New Zealand. Very nice two-tone. This is at various events that I've seen, you know, loads of them, and the owner's obviously proud of it, it's bought it recently, and why not? Next you've got a nice Audi R8. What year is this? I'm looking at the information sheet, I don't know anything about these really. It's a 2009, it's quite an early one for one of these I think. 4.2 V8, similar to my old Audi V8. It's a variation of this particular engine, but a much earlier one. Oh, viewers, got a Lotus Carlton. Yes, please. Well, they're all this colour, 6-speed manual, ridiculous power, 3.6 straight 6 engine in this. Very, very nice. This is a 1993. I just don't want to touch this here because I know they're incredibly valuable and I don't want to damage anything. So we shall just leave that there, and then we will move on once this announcement has stopped. Gosh, views. Anyway, this is better, isn't it? A nice Rolls Royce, complete with a very nice interior. I think this is a early one of this type. To see if it's a Silver Spirit or a Silver Spur. I presume it's a Silver Spirit actually, this. It's got a very nice biscuit leather interior, viewers. It's not quite a beige leather interior. In fact, we're still waiting for one of those at the moment. We're 22 minutes in and we're still waiting for beige leather interior action, which is a bit of a shame. Never mind, maybe we'll find one soon. Let's keep going, hope we don't get any more interruptions. 48 Chevy 3100 pickup truck. The rat look going on there. And then a 1954 3100 restored, including a bottle of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. Excellent. That is a nice restoration actually. It's beautiful. Beautiful amount of work has went into that. 1992 TVR Griffith 4.3 pre-cad. Let's have a look at the rear lights, viewers, and see what we can spot today. Yes, these ones off. Let's get this right. The Mark III Cavalier, aren't they? That's what they are. Then a Tuscan, which is from 2003. No wood or beige leather interior in this. At this stage, it wasn't the sort of Rover V8s or anything in there. Nevertheless, that is an interesting car. It's a shame TVR doesn't exist anymore. Real shame. Next, we've got this Beetle, another Beetle. There's a lot of them here today, aren't there? 1968, this one is a 1500. And then we've got a little Caravan from the 1980s here. Looks very sweet tone, doesn't it? It's very sweet. And then we've got Stuart, who I've just seen earlier on, talking about the announcements and other things, in his 2002 Pontiac Firebird. He has That Guy in the Firebird channel. He lives actually locally to me as well. He lives just about a mile or two away from here. Last year, Fire Production was 2002. It's an unusual thing to see just parked around Eastleigh, but that's his. I don't know where he is at the moment. We've got some more police cars. Obviously, my mysterious benefactor will be watching, and he'll make sure that I get information right about these police cars, because he has several of them. We've got this Dodge Charger there. Personal plates, I don't exactly know what year that is. And another Ford Crown Victoria here, 2010 to 11 registration, quite a late one actually. They finished in 2011. Obviously, having driven one of his recently, I now have an affinity for these cars. I can say that I have tried one. I feel like I'm a detective in an American police show. A lot of them were replaced, obviously, by these big, what are these, Explorer things, I think these are. This one's from Miami Beach, and look, you've got an excellent sort of tablet thing there. That's amazing. I love that sort of detail and things like this. Can't remember what year this is now. And then we've got another Dodge Charger here, Dodge Charger Pursuit from Massachusetts. Look at all this equipment you can get in here. That's the sort of thing we like for you. It's expensive to get all that sort of thing right. Again, personal plates, I'm not exactly sure what year that is. And then more Crown Victoria action over here. Another late one. This is a 2011, so it's right at the end. One thing about these Crown Victorias is they generally the police ones have these big centre consoles in them, but it's quite difficult to show in this one. See if there's one with a window open, maybe the other one over there, and you can put all sorts of things in there to to your heart's content, you know, whatever buttons and lights and sirens and things you need. Then we got this Plymouth here. I think this is a Fury. It'd be about a 77, 78 on an S. This reminds me of the kind of thing that they used in View to a Kill. But the Dodge Monaco was very similar to this as well. So I can't remember which one they used. Got this Morris Minor police car here. This actually had some upgrades to it to make it a bit easier to drive. Seen this sort of around here before in other places. So we've got these are Marina wheels with front disc brakes, servo assisted. I think the gearbox starts like a Toyota Supra in this, from memory. It's something like a Supra, which makes it an awful lot easier to drive. That was been my recommendation if you buy a Minor, to upgrade the brakes and the gearbox. Here we go. We've got this is where you can show the centre console, and you can look at all the stuff you can put in the centre console of Crown Victoria. Just all the sort of bits and pieces that you need for your police duties. And actually they go quite fast, and you've got to be a bit careful with the handling, but they're pretty good. This again is a really late one. It's a 2011, so it's the last year they made them. And I think you can still see them in use in various American police departments today, although they are becoming a bit thinner on the ground. Right, next section here, apart from the Stormtroopers and whatever that is, I can't remember what I am. I'm not doing Star Wars franchise reviews. V12 E-Type Series 3 Roadster with an automatic gearbox. The one I drove was a coupe, it was a manual, to 72. This is also 72. Surprised the V-Types have slightly softened recently. They're still not cheap, but they're a bit more affordable than they used to be. Next, you've got a Dodge Challenger as opposed to a Charger. The SRT version, I bet that's very quick. It's quite a random selection down this end of the event. And then another E-Type, also in red. This will be a Series 1 from 1961, which is a really early one. It's a flat floor, wow. Okay, very, very early then. That's beautiful. It's amazing to see a flat floor in a show like this. That's brilliant. Obviously, one of the cars that were being produced at the same time was the Daimler SP250 or DART. This had a 5-speed gearbox put in it. Problem is that these cars are the same year, but made by the same people. Jaguar and Daimler were the same company after 1960. But because this was produced originally by the BSA group, who owned Daimler, and Jaguar already had this in production, they stopped making these in 1964 because, well, they didn't think they needed both of them. These were a lot more, I don't know, expensive to produce because of the bodywork and other things. Then we've got the Ford pickup, which is a 1940. Wow. And then we've got something even more delicious. Look at this. It's 1946 Jaguar Mark IV. That is really nice. A handsome, handsome car, this. I like Jaguars very much, but I don't know much about these early ones like this. Hopefully when Jaguar actually comes back as a make, obviously they're on hiatus at the moment, they will make something that's as pretty as this, but perhaps they won't. We'll have to see what happens about that. But yeah, it's very, very nice for you. It's very, very nice indeed. Next we've got an El Camino, which is a 1968. The Beast, 4x4 big block, 7.5 litre V8. And a very practical vehicle too. You put whatever you want in the back of there. Got a Corvette here, this previous generation Corvette, like the one that I drove last year. This is a 7-speed manual gearbox, which is absolutely crazy. This is the C7 model. I bet it's even faster than when I drove. Well, it had done like 1,200 miles on when I drove, so it was beautiful. That's much a press car. A couple of other Corvettes here. This is a much earlier one. This is a 1990 ZR1. Which actually quite a lot of people like these C4s. I can understand why. Then we got something even older, this one here, this is from the 60s. If I can just move this chair out of the way for a second. There we go, through that. Oh, I got stuck in the chair, but didn't quite. Right, this is a 66 Corvette Stingray with 327 horsepower, which in 1966 is a lot of power. And then we've got a Daimler. Yes, a Daimler, not a Mark II Jaguar. This is the Daimler version. It's called the 2.5 litre V8. That is very, very nice, viewers. And oh yes, a beige leather interior with wood. We do like a nice beige leather interior on this channel, viewers. We've actually found one, which is good. And we'll finish off with this other Daimler SP250 or Dark. This is a 64. This one is very nice. Right, that's it, viewers. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below. We should see you in part 2 for some more incorrect information. Hopefully fewer interruptions by announcements.